Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Happy New Year to everyone. It's actually New Year's Day for me, but I decided I wanted to play in my new journal, which is not really new, it's just an old thing from an op shop. But it's new to me and new to play in, so I thought I would start on my Margarete Miller. I don't have any of the prompts because the shop's closed. She's obviously gone on a holiday or something and turned her Etsy shop off, so I can't download the prompts until January 6th. So I will order the prompts and pay for them then, but I thought I would get started in the meantime. So I asked Mum what the prompts were because she always does Margarete Miller. In fact, Mum was the one that got me onto Margarete Miller a couple of years ago. And I know I didn't finish last year's, but we all know that I wasn't well and lost energy, had fatigue, so I couldn't really do all that I sort of normally did last year. So rather than try and go back and finish it, there's no point. It's all old hat now. So I'm going to start fresh in the new year with the first set of prompts. I can't guarantee I'll do every week, but we will start. So I'll tell you what the prompts are. They're a form of transportation, a library card, a zoo animal, your handwriting, stained paper, and then the bonus is a sticker. So if you don't have any of the items in the 5 or you don't want to use one of them, you can switch one out and use a sticker. You can also add any other elements, background paper, decorative elements, whatever you like to finish off your collage. So if you don't know what Margarete Miller is, as it's the beginning of the year, let's have a bit of an explanation. So, or maybe I'll just go get my last year's book back in a sec. This is an older one. I just collaged and altered a book. So yeah, I could just fill it in. So you have 5 prompts that you can download from the Etsy shop for about, I don't know, 7 or 8 Australian dollars. It's not very much. You get prompts for 52 weeks of the year. And basically what Margarete does is give you an idea of what to use on your collage. So this was the first one. I started halfway through the year in 2020. So these were the prompts and these were the pages that I did in 2020. Those of you that were with me then will remember most of these pages. So that was 2020. So you basically just make a collage however you want using the prompts, and then you can put the prompts on the page or you can hide them. In this one I always hid them somewhere or tucked them away, so you have to find them. And then these were the prompts, something that plugs into a wall. Well, it's very vintage, so I doubt that I did that. So I probably did bonus a coupon. So yeah, so that was what I did. I started the second half of the year. Oh, and then this girl, they had a date, then they got engaged, and then they got married. So I did a bit of a story at the end. So that was that year. Last year was this one. Okay, you can just use a ring bounder book, you can alter a book, you can make a book, you can this one was annoying, it was too long. The pages were too, I thought this was a good idea, but in the end it wasn't. I did a little collage on the other side, and I did the collage on the front on the main page. I just did one per page. So that was last year, and as I say, you can do them however you like. You can do them glue book style, you can do them collage, you can just find the items and stick them down. You can make it pretty, you can do it as a theme. Like I usually choose a theme from the prompts, and then that's what the theme is. Like this one, a bird, so I kind of had a bird theme happening on that one, and that one ended up being Japanese style, but I don't know why. A person, just because my person was, so then I created the style around my person. So, and that one was like kind of French theme. So that was yeah, but I only got up to 17. Not very far, so I apologize for that, but I'm not going to go back and do all those. But anyway, that's what the Margarete Miller is. You get prompts, you do collages however you like, and you can do them in whatever kind of book you like. So I've used a visual diary on one of those, and the other one was an altered book. This one I'm going to use this. Now I just got the cover back out. I'm not going to keep the cover up for it. I'd already taken it apart. It's one of those kind of address book type things. It comes with these metallics, which makes a really good cover. These are really good covers for journals. So I took the cover off, because I didn't want the ring bound. I don't like ring bound for my vintage journal, so I had that aside to use as a cover. And then I found this, which was the leftover bits. And so these are all very cardboardy, so I'm going to cut those off. And so what I'm left with is this ring bound. So that's going to be the front, but I'm going to put a picture on it. I'm going to decorate the cover. That's going to be the cover. I'm going to cut these tabs off. And then in between, it's got a dress books. So I'm going to collage on that. So when I collage, I'll put my paper on to cover all of the writing. And so I'll have a nice sort of vintage edge. And then I'll collage in the middle. And so there's plenty of papers, plenty of pages. Some of them are cardboard. I don't think I've got enough to keep them as... I'm going to collage on these as well. So that goes all the way to there. Loads of pages, some spares. So I'm just going to cut these off. And then in the ring bind, I've got plenty of room to add collage. It's not going to get too thick. So that's what I'm going to do. Create this journal. I'm going to decorate it. I've got this and I've got some purple fabricy stuff. It's fabric paper. And I've got some matching lace. And I've got some other flowers. So yeah, I've got all this stuff. I'm going to use, oops, that's my phone cover. I'm going to use all of this to create a cover. Well, I'm not going to use all of it. I'm going to use some of it. Do you want to watch me make a cover? All right, let's do the cover together. I will. So I want this card first. Well, no. Let me get this ready first. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, sorry, I accidentally switched the camera off. I have no idea what I was up to. So I just sprayed this with some matte. It's still a bit shiny, the matte spray, but it's not as glossy as it was, so that'll be okay. I've got this pretty lace. I'm trying to work out how I want it. Well, I want it, I'll show you. I want it on here, and I want this piece. I cut this piece out ready. I want that piece there, and that's going in the middle, which, you know, that would be fine as it is, but I'd really like some lace. So I really like this purple lace. Maybe just have it just slightly over the edge. So it's going to be tricky. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. What I want that little second piece just peeking through. But I also want it going across the top. I don't want it doubled over. So I'm probably going to have to miter the corners, which could be a bit tricky. So I'm thinking, well, okay, maybe do the long edges first, and I can probably get two out of a length. So that's what I'm up to. Just want that little bit peeking out. So let's just put some fabric glue along the edge here. Okay, this time I don't want too much of the second thing peeking through. Yeah, that's it. All right, okay, and then so the book, it's going to go like that, with just a little bit of frill over the edge. I want this part to go to there, and that's just going to sit on top. So if I do it that way, then maybe I can just go straight across. Let's go at an angle first, and then we can always cut it straight across if we don't like it. Go straight across there, and then straight across there. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's actually going to be good. Possibly should have gone underneath, but it's on top now. So same with this one, we're going to go, seems longer, but okay. Go right at the angle, straight across. It's going to hit at a different point, but that's okay. Okay, and then so now we glue. Okay, let's do that. Let's put some glue on here. I'm just going to cut that at an angle too. Not too much bulk. In fact, I'm going to cut that all off. Just want to have it to the corner. That's it. Okay. I think it's perfect, but it's good enough. Alright, so we'll put that on there. A little bit of frill going over the edge. Just do the bottom half. Don't know what I want. I tried these flowers. Quite like the idea of this one, but it's really bulky. It's got a giant diamond in there, which, you know, when you turn it over, I want to fold it underneath, so that when I'm collaging, I haven't glued it on yet, so when I do that, I want to fold it underneath, and then I can work on it, so I don't want it too bumpy. So I think I'm going to not use those bulky flowers. And these ones, I'd have to take the middles out. They've got those funny pea things. So no to those. And they're the same. So the only ones I quite like are these. These are really flat. So I'm thinking those. These little diamond ones. Just, I don't know whether I have one or two. There's a little flower already there. I could put that in front of it. Just there, like that. That's going to go on top. But I don't even know if I like those. I mean, they're alright, but... Oh, you've gone all skew-if. Why have you gone skew-if? I'm not sure now. I've got that. I've got this little piece of lace. And I've got this little bit of purple. I just thought that looked like a butterfly. So just thinking about that. I'm not sure if I want flowers. I've got the flower. It's kind of like a butterfly. I wonder if we could put a butterfly on instead. One sec. Okay, I have my butterflies that I made before. These are a bit too dramatic, but I don't mind this one. So it's either that one, which kind of gets lost on there. I don't want it to be too dramatic. That one I feel is a bit too dramatic, even though it's gorgeous. I just think it competes with the flower. Even though I love it, and I haven't used any of those yet. I do have this one. Oh, it goes that way. Shiny. No. Had that one floating around forever. That one's not perfect enough. So, but there is this one, and I think this one colours match. And it's reasonably understated, but it has some glitter. But I'm going to trim it up. I don't like all the white. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I've been playing around, changed my mind a few times, but I do have these two bits of lace, which look like a butterfly, but when I put a butterfly on, I didn't like it. So I'm going to put this bow on. It's relatively flat, so hopefully that won't interfere too much. And then I found this piece of card fell out, and so I thought I'd use that, because this reminds me of everything we do on Margarete Miller. You know, we're always looking for a postage mark or numbers or a stamp. So I'll just use that, put a little stamp on, in the right colour scheme, of course. There we go. And this lady was in the same place, and I just thought, well, I've had a lady before. I had this lady on here when I had Margarete Miller weekly collage, and I just quite like it. I just end up thinking that's my version of Marguerite. This one looks more like Marguerite than the other one. I'm sure she doesn't look like that, but you know. So that's going to be my Marguerite. I liked the colour. She was the right colour for the book. And then I've got this little inspire, because I thought, well, what Margarete Miller does is inspires us to work in a journal and to collage, be creative, and create our collage art or glue book or whatever type of collaging that you want to do. But it's her main goal is to inspire us to do that. So I'm going to, this was just a little label. I'm going to put it on this label because this one matches the colour scheme. And this one's got the pink in it. So I just trimmed that up. We're just going to stick that in there. Like that. And So then I just got to work out where she goes on here. I want to keep some of the numbers and I want to keep the postmark. And then I had this little bit of a feather that just fell out. I mean, these bits just literally, these just fell out of wherever I was looking. So okay, I'm going to pinch a bit of feather, stick that behind her. I was looking for decorations that are kind of flat. Oops, it's falling apart now. Yes. Okay. I don't know that that worked out too well. It went all funny. Okay. Okay, let's look at that. That didn't work well. Should have left it longer. Right, I'll just have that. Cut these bits off here. Stick that under there. When you get glue on it, Julie, it. Okay. All right, and then glue her onto the backing piece. Somewhere here. Just going to have a few of the numbers poking out. Not enough. We have to move it across a bit. Oh, I've got the base is not glued down. Okay. Let's just stick that on there. No, let's not. Let's stick it on after. Let's put this piece on first. Oh God, nothing's stuck down. Oh my goodness. All right, let's put that up here. I'm going to stick it with glue stick. Hope it sticks. I might just put a bit of fabric glue around here and there. I don't want to put fabric glue everywhere. Let's just put some dots. Okay. Let's put the fabric glue on here. Okay, should be enough. Okay. Wherever I put her, the numbers don't show. I'm going to make a new postmark so that it goes over the other one. Looks a bit messy, but okay. Probably should have done it as a second stamping, not a first stamping. So now I don't mind if it gets covered up. It's just the numbers. I can't keep the numbers apparently. So that's all right. We'll just stick her there. Oh, apparently she's already stuck. Okay, and I will have this up here. Put through there. I'm going to make that a bit less of it. Put that over here. And then we're getting our little mini collage, mini cluster there. Maybe I prefer her there. Okay, which do we have? I'm not sure that we need both, unless we can make her go on here. Let's try that. One big cluster. So I don't like this too much. And so I need to ink it brown now. Brown mixed with black, I think. There's my brown ink. There we go. I think that's what we'll do. Bow's a bit big, but I like it because it matches. All right, I shall glue these down and be back. So just this last little bit, inspire, going down there in the corner to hold it all together. There we go. All right, there we are. That is the front of my journal. Now the back's a bit floppy. I've kept that piece of card, so I'm going to get rid of these two pieces. I'm just going to cut them off because they're just leftovers. Okay, and so the back piece is now this piece. So I just need to have something on the, I might just need to tack these down a little bit. They're a bit too floppy for my liking. And I'm just going to put some ink on this. Not too sure if it will stick because it's a tiny bit shiny. Alright, there's the front. It's a bit floppy. It'll stiffen up once I start putting collages in because it's not a proper cover, it's just a bit of floppy cover. And it will thicken up. Alright, and then the back cover. Well, I have this as a possibility for the front, and this. What if I just put this on with some of this? Not enough. I wonder if I've got any more of that, or maybe just something a bit stiffer. Oh, I've got these. Can I do these? There's no plain ones. What happens when you take that off? Oh, look. Okay, let's just cut a piece of this out. That's what those cards are. They're inside. That'll help to stiffen it up. Maybe I can put one on the inside and one on the outside. Let's see what size it is. Yeah, it might not be quite perfect size, but we're going to do it that way, like that. And then put something inside it. I might just put that inside it. I've had this floating around for so long, I didn't really know what to do with it. In the end, I didn't like it. All it was out of a magazine, the outside bit, and I stuck that in the middle. So I'm just going to put that on there, which will give it a firmer back. Okay, let's do that. So this might be one whole video of just decorating the cover, making the journal. I could put that there, or I have this. Let's see which one I prefer. I was going to use this. I don't like the black trim now, so I'm going to have to trim off a bit more. Ink it instead. And then Right, let's just make that into a collage. Just rough this up a bit. And then on the inside of this, we might do the same, and then we'll start on this side with our collages. That'll just be the inside cover. I can always decorate it later. Let's use this. Okay, we have a book. Using the inside of the cover, that I really didn't have a use for this, but now I do. I love it. Turned out alright, didn't it? That the inside, that's for the first one, and the back. Just a little neat and easy book. So I think I'll leave it there. So I don't know how long this video is going to be. Probably a little quick one, but I just thought I'll do this one, I'll get it out, and then we're going to start on the first one. Margarete Miller CWP1 will be the next video. So I look forward to doing that, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.